Why do skinny girls still feel fat? That question is not just a riddle. It is a crisis playing out in bedrooms, bathrooms, locker rooms, and fitting rooms around the world. You might think the battle ends once someone becomes thin, but what if the real war never leaves the mind? That is the brutal paradox we are unpacking today. In a raw and painfully honest debate hosted by Jubilee on their Middle Ground series, anorexic and obese guests sat face to face. They came from opposite ends of the scale, but their stories revealed overlapping fears, traumas, and hopes. Across every viewpoint, one idea echoed again and again. No matter the number on the scale, your brain can still see something that is not real. In this video, we are bringing you 10 powerful takeaways from that debate. Whether you are struggling with body image, recovering from an eating disorder, or simply want to understand what so many people silently battle every day, this will open your eyes and possibly shift how you see yourself and others. Takeaway 1. Why the mirror keeps lying to them. Many of the anorexic guests in the debate admitted they still feel fat even after reaching a low or healthy weight. Their fear is not about how they actually look, but how their brain thinks they look. One girl said she has nightmares about the scale showing 120 pounds. Another said that even after gaining 30 pounds during recovery, her mind still screamed at her. This is called body dysmorphia, and it means the brain paints a distorted picture in the mirror. You could be skin and bone and still feel large. One woman explained how compliments about looking healthy made her panic, because to her ears, that meant she looked bigger. Another described how she would get praise during her sickest moments, with friends saying, "I wish I looked like you," when she was starving. That praise, meant to be flattering, fed her illness like gasoline on fire. The mind, once rewired by an eating disorder, can become like a broken funhouse mirror that never reflects the truth. And tragically, many girls and women are silently living with this every day. Let us now explore how deep this fear of being too big really goes. Takeaway 2. Everyone wants to escape feeling too big. Even outside the anorexic group, the fear of feeling too big was everywhere in the debate. A young woman recovering from anorexia said she had always felt big, not just in size, but in presence. She was taller than her classmates, bigger than her siblings, and that made her feel like she took up too much space. Another woman said that bullying in school made her believe she had to be small to be accepted. One man who had been obese said he could physically feel gravity pulling on his body at night. He said that being too big affects everything from clothing to self-worth. The message was clear. Feeling too big is often not about actual weight. It is about shame, comparison, and wanting to disappear into something that feels safe and socially accepted. For many, shrinking their bodies becomes a way to shrink emotional pain. So what drives this pain and fear? For most, it is what is happening inside, not outside. Takeaway 3. Most people are just trying to survive. Whether anorexic or obese, nearly every guest in the debate revealed that their eating habits came from survival, not vanity. One anorexic woman said that starving herself gave her a sense of control when everything else in her life felt chaotic. Another said she only ate enough to avoid fainting at practice, but still pushed her body past its limits. On the opposite end, a man explained how food was his comfort. He would order meals just to try new things, then feel guilty about the waste, so he ate it all. He said it became a habit and a reward system, especially growing up in a house where he was told never to waste food. These stories show that food, for many people, becomes either a shield or a weapon. It is used to silence pain, manage emotions, and feel safe in a world that feels too loud. This is not about greed or weakness. It is about coping. But when coping turns into a pattern, the question of choice becomes complicated. Takeaway 4. Being sick is not always a choice. The debate took a sharp turn when the topic became whether being obese or anorexic is a choice. Several people said yes, but many others disagreed. One anorexic woman said she never chose to be sick. She just wanted to lose a little weight, and her mind ran away with it. Others said the same about obesity. One guest said he gained weight slowly over time and did not realize how far it had gone until it felt too late. Another person said people in poverty might only have access to cheap, unhealthy food, and they are not choosing to be unhealthy. Others compared food addiction to alcohol addiction. But unlike alcohol, you cannot quit food cold turkey. You still have to eat. This makes food addiction harder to manage. The conclusion was this: while people make choices, many do not have the same tools, knowledge, or support to make better ones. And once your mind gets stuck, it is no longer just about willpower. And when your mind gets stuck, it gets fed even more by the noise around you. Takeaway 5. Social media keeps the hate alive. Every guest who used social media said it had made their body image worse. A plus-sized influencer said she gets hate comments even when she is rollerblading or working out. People call her names and question why she is exercising, as if fat people do not deserve to be seen being active. On the other side, anorexic women said they were called names too, like skeleton or disgusting, even when they were in recovery. One woman explained how influencers often get backhanded compliments, like, "You look so healthy now," which her mind heard as, "You look fat now." These small phrases have big effects. Social media rewards extreme bodies, but it also punishes them with cruelty. And in that double-edged world, people feel trapped. You are either too fat or too skinny, but never just right. So which side gets the worst of it? That brings us to the next truth. We're halfway through the video. Thanks for sticking with us. If you're enjoying it, hit the thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. If you'd like to support us, please tap the thanks button below. It helps us keep making great content. Drop a comment and don't forget to hit subscribe for more. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6. Shame hits harder when you are fat. While everyone agreed that both fat shaming and skinny shaming are wrong, the guests made it clear that fat shaming cuts deeper. One woman said that when someone calls her fat, it feels like a direct attack on her worth. Another said she had been mocked online even while working out. A man said that as a fat kid in school, he was always the joke. He said nobody made fun of skinny kids the same way. Even when fat people try to improve their health, they are insulted for not being thin yet. This makes progress feel useless. Skinny shaming may sting, but fat shaming comes with disgust, judgment, and sometimes even hate. And that hate often starts early. Takeaway 7. Family and childhood shape body image early. Many guests said their struggles began in childhood. One woman said she always felt big because her twin was smaller. Another shared how her athletic build made people call her fat, even though she had almost no body fat. A man said his parents never stopped him from overeating as a child, and by the time he understood health, the damage was done. These early moments may seem small, but they plant ideas that grow like weeds. When a child hears they are too big or too small, or sees their parents obsessing over diets, they absorb those beliefs deeply. And those beliefs shape how they see themselves for years to come. So what happens when they try to find love in a world built on appearances? Takeaway 8. Body standards are not equal for men and women. This part of the debate got brutally honest. Many women admitted they would never date someone smaller than them. They said it made them feel insecure. Some said they wanted a man who could protect them, and that meant he had to be taller or stronger. On the other side, a man said that when he preferred thinner women, people called him shallow. He pointed out the double standard. Women are allowed to have dating preferences, but men are judged for theirs. Another man said that fat guys are always the comic relief in movies, never the romantic lead. These standards hurt everyone. Women feel pressure to be small and perfect. Men feel pressure to be strong but not too fat. And when people do not fit the mold, they are told they are not lovable. So how do people heal from this? The answer is different for everyone. Takeaway 9. Recovery is not always the same for everyone. Some guests said they consider themselves recovered. Others said they are still struggling. One girl said she still hears the voice of anorexia in her head every day, but now she has more control. A man said he still battles the urge to binge, but now he understands why. Some said they prefer the word under control instead of recovered because it feels more real. They all agreed that recovery is not about being perfect. It is about having more good days than bad ones. Some days the voice is loud. Some days it is quiet. But each person learns how to live with it rather than let it rule them. And that brings us to the final and most hopeful truth. Takeaway 10. Loving your body is not about looks. At first, many guests said they did not love their bodies. But then someone said something that changed the mood. He said loving your body does not mean liking how it looks. It means treating it with care. It means listening to it, respecting it, and helping it stay alive. A woman who used to hate her thick thighs said she now sees them as a sign of strength. Another said her partner loves the parts of her that she once tried to hide. Loving your body is not about selfies. It is about survival, movement, and joy. It is about thanking your body for carrying you through pain. That shift from judgment to gratitude is where real healing begins. So why do skinny girls still feel fat? Because the problem is not the body, it is the mind. And that mind is shaped by trauma, shame, family, social media, and silence. But there is hope. As we heard in this debate, healing begins when people speak honestly, when they stop comparing, and when they start listening to what their body is trying to say. If this video opened your eyes, consider who else needs to see it. Share it, start a conversation, and ask yourself one question. What would your life look like if you treated your body like it was already enough? Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support this channel, hit the thanks button below. It really helps us keep going. If you enjoyed this summary, please leave a like and share it in your WhatsApp groups. To join discussion about this video, drop a comment below. And for more videos like this, hit the subscribe button below.